This is Top Chef, the Wichita Shootout.
This week, representing the blue team from San Bernardino, California, please welcome Sunflower Pine Tree. A health food enthusiast and retired alpaca farmer, Sunflower now owns and operates his own organic sushi bar. And representing the red team from Savannah, Georgia, let's give it up for Paula Dean. Paula is the host of a successful Food Network show and has recently been appointed as honorary editor of Southern Living magazine.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Top Chef. We've got two great challengers today, Paula and Sunflower. Now let's get down to business. The dish we've selected today is what we like to call Persuasion Pecan Pie. Paula, Sunflower, you will each have half an hour to cook up your most scrumptious pecan pie.
Yeah, pie isn't really my thing.
When I heard it was pie, I was happy to tick on a fat hog.
Alright, Top Chefs, your pies will be judged on the following categories: creativity, style, delivery, arrangement of ingredients, and memorability. Let's have the timekeeper put 30 minutes on the clock, and ready, set, cook.
All of us on the West Coast are way ahead of the curve. We challenge cooking norms every day.
So, Sunflower, what's your inspiration for today's dish?
Well, cooking is my way of getting in touch with the noumenal world, and I personally like to think of the great food philosophers while I work. Take Socrates, for example. Now there was an enlightened obre. See, he thought that we didn't need all the extra processed food to make us happy. He knew that the truth was really concerned with natural ingredients in their perfect form. And I, too, will try to capture the essence of pecan today. Hopefully, that leads to a victory in the name of Mother Earth.
Now let's see how the red team is doing.
I'm so happy to be here today, y'all. I know you're gonna love my pie.
How are you inspired for today's dish, Paula?
Well, the key is to start with memory. My mama taught me how to make persuasion pie when I was a little girl. We would get up extra early every Sunday and bake for hours before church. And then after the service, we go to the community potluck, and everyone's so kind and loving, y'all. I just want to recreate that feeling, that memory I've got when the judges taste my pie. It's going to be warm and sweet, and Lord, I'm excited just thinking about it. Now remember, y'all, it's important to follow the recipe as closely as you can. I like to arrange all my ingredients left to right, so I remember when to add each part. Doing the steps of the recipe in the right order makes all the difference. It's like my grandpappy used to say, you can't add the icing if you ain't got no cake. Now, when you're making persuasion pie, you should always have plenty of pathos lying around. Ain't nothing gonna taste good without pathos, y'all.
You don't seem to be making much progress there, Sunflower.
Well, I'm actually adding my own elements of style and delivery to this dish. My style is a lack of style. I don't want to distract the judges from nature's perfection. You know, nature's actually my middle name. Sunflower, nature, pine tree. So you wouldn't be surprised that nature is my style. Wait. I feel a haiku coming on. The hickory tree grows, reaching up to the heavens, and pecans rain down. Word, okay. You may not know this, but the Cherokee Indians were famous for their pies. According to legend, pecans are a gift from the hickory tree. So in order to bring that to the center of my dish, I'm actually going to grind up these real hickory leaves and use them as a garnish. I think it'll bring out a real earthy undertone in my dish.
Now let's check in and see how Paula's doing.
Now, did you hear them judges talking about style? Well, I stick to Southern style when I cook. I reckon that's the only style I can use. I mean, why go and cook Italian cuisine when you've got everything you need right here? As my grandpapa used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So Paula, what do you think of your opponent's use of style in this challenge?
know much about them Cherokees, but I'm fixing to take a slightly different approach, y'all. I've made a pecan butterscotch glaze, one of my all-time favorites, and we're going to drizzle it liberally on the pie. I think delivery is real important when it comes to persuasion pie. I'm going to fix the judges up a tall glass of chocolate milk to wash it all down.
Alright, contestants, stop what you're doing and please bring your pies to the judging table. Paula, Sunflower, let me introduce you to our guest judge, Samantha Wood, executive chef at Nova Steakhouse right here in Wichita, Kansas. Hi guys. Alright folks, let's take a quick second to remind everyone watching at home of our judging criteria. They are creativity, let's start with you. What can you tell us about your pie?
Well, you may not actually know this, but Simplicity is actually my middle name. Sunflower, Simplicity, Pine Tree. You know, I really have a beef with rhetoric getting its way into cooking. I mean, I just prefer to go all natural.
Well, Sunflower, I couldn't help but notice that your pie is literally a pile of leaves and pecans in a pie crust.
I would have to agree with you on that, Sam.
But nevertheless, I suppose we should judge it. But I will say, it certainly is creative. But as far as the other elements go, I refuse to taste this dish. It lacks every other component of a decent pie. It is, in fact, an abomination to the world of culinary arts, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
I totally agree.
Well, in the 25 seasons we've been on the air, I've never seen anything like this. But in any case, let's move on to Paula's dish.
Paula, I love this dish. I mean, we've got to swap recipes after the show. So let's start with delivery. I've never seen sprinkles on a pecan pie before. It looks beautiful. And this pecan butterscotch glaze, divine. Absolutely wonderful.
I can tell that this pie has been prepared Southern style, and that's because of the very distinct aftertaste. How'd you go about doing that, Paula?
Well, that must have been a little bit of bourbon I put in there.
Oh, weird. I thought I felt a little buzzed. And let's take a look at your arrangement. Unlike some of our competitors, your pie seems to have been arranged in a logical order. And I've always believed that logic is the key to persuasion pies. And throughout the contest today, you've taken a very creative approach. Your pie is easily the most delicious persuasion pecan pie I have ever tasted. This pie reminds me of summer in Georgia with my grandmother. And I don't know how you did that, but you win.
Alright folks, here's a quick summary of what we mean by persuasion pie. Let's take a look at Paula Deen's pie. Well delivered, sprinkles, logically arranged, beautiful, wonderful. A rhetorically effective, very persuasive pie. This is Sunflower's pie. Bland, platonic if you will, and absolutely terrible. The absence of rhetoric. Rhetoric, delicious. Absence of rhetoric, bland, pile of leaves. Rhetoric, absence of rhetoric. You be the judge.